be.
Green. Wake up. If one of you sitting out there tries to use this graduation as a Mother's Day gift, I hope you get punched in the eye by a frustrated woman, and as she's feeling the pain, she says, yes. I hear people telling you to follow your dream and half of your head. Not really. Scared to death. I don't know what you promised your parents when you came here, but I know that you have to understand that maybe 22 years from now, or 22 years from your first child's birth, you will sit up there looking down, and you too will be broke. It isn't really your fault. You were a dream. One night. And their eyes. And they should have had fair warning when your mother went into labor pain to give birth. But they had dreams for you. They knew that they had to supply love, money, health, guidance, parenting, and even some of them wanted you for a friend. That no longer exists. Nobody wants a friend who has no job. Nobody wants a friend who keeps begging and saying, I know, I know, I know. Your parents are not James Brown. They're tired of saying, get up. These people are broke. They had a dream that you would graduate from high school, that you would then go to college, try hard, get A's so you can have a scholarship. But you persevered. You said, what is an A? What is a B? I have to have a normal campus life. And they're broke. And you had to have a car. The subway let you out right in front of the place you live. You had to have a car. And some of you will not be able to get your car because of matured parking violations, which your parents hadn't counted on. They cannot retire. They thought after you graduated, some 22 years ago, that you would graduate and they would retire. They have no retirement money, and whatever they have, you think should go to you. Many of you are coming back home. Yeah, you. I want you to know how not wanted you are. Unless you're going to cook and scrub floors and do your ABC again in the same suds that Mary's grandmother did them in. United States of America that can do what they want to do. But you're going to go home, some of you, because your mother will allow it. Your father doesn't want you there. Your sisters, your brothers, they don't want you there.
I want to.
They want to know why you're coming back. Some of your parents are wondering why you need to go to graduate school. Why do you need a master's degree? Why do you need a doctorate? You need a job. Well,
All right, come on, man. 10 jokes.
I think it's time for me to just lay it on. It's an old joke. I don't know who wrote it, but I love it. This is dedicated to all. It's the pearly gates, and a soul comes up. It's a female soul. The female soul is one of the brightest ever to walk the face of the earth. Comes over, and the spirit in charge of letting people in, letting in souls, says, there's a new thing here. You'll have to take a piece of paper, and then another soul came up as a male, brilliant and whatever, and 7 different kinds of mathematics. And it comes over and says, I was just telling this other soul that you just can't, you could get in on your old resume, but it's new. You have to take a, and then a couple came up, old, married 63 years. And he said, don't let any more souls come along and take care of these. He said, look, I want you all to know that ordinarily you'd be allowed into heaven. However, it's not going to happen because it's very crowded. There's a new rule. Take pencil, paper, and the 2 of you only need 1 pencil, 1 piece of paper, and you write a question. Make that question something that you think God cannot answer. I will take it in, and if God cannot answer, you can get in. And so they wrote. And the spirit went in, came back out, said to the female genius, is that correct? Oh my goodness, yes. And God has given me a question that I have to answer. Said, okay, how about you? Yes, really, okay. You two, follow me. Spirit came back, and the 2 were still there. They said, they went in. I said, yes, of course they did. And why? Because is this affirmative action for old people? He said, no, it's just a couple that have married 63 years. They're not geniuses of anything. And they asked God a question that God couldn't answer. That's right. Could you tell us what the question was? Of course. They asked God when their children were going to get their act together. That you should have taken with you. Remember those professors who gave They're wheeling me into the operating room, and they slide me from the gurney to the operating table. And a masked human comes over and says, "My name is Dr. So-and-so. Don't worry about a thing. I know 74% of what I'm doing." Congratulations.